across the country got together. Why to stab?
Blown up.
Shoot.
Sprayed.
Mace?
Knocked over.
All for $10 off some yo-yos. Why? Because if you didn't, you just don't love your children enough. Welcome to TruTulsa.
That's right, Brett. Again, you know, Black Friday has become in itself its own separate holiday.
Absolutely.
It is a shopping holiday, and it's called Black Friday because that's when retailers make a profit, apparently. In other words,
I always thought it was because, you know, you get in there and it's black outside. It's when retailers go into the black.
Well, that was it. Now, instead of people like getting up at 4, now they. Okay, hold on. We gotta turn down my remix here. That's better. Well, now instead of people going to bed, waking up early, now they get drunk.
There you go. You go to the families. You put up with you know, for what could easily be a painful experience for millions of families. Probably a good experience for some, right? You get loaded because Uncle Billy and cousin Susie are fighting about you know, who didn't help out with the Christmas presents last year, you know, and they're getting together, they're fighting, they're warring, and all you're thinking about is, can I possibly inject this alcohol into me slightly faster?
And I think that is what must have happened. Because, I mean, you know, because we've all been watching just Black Friday just go downhill.
Right?
You know, I mean, last year a guy got stomped to death in Long Island at a Walmart.
Absolutely.
Some poor slob.
Absolutely.
Just making a buck. And these people knocked him over. Well, okay. Well, the big deal. This Black Friday was a woman in L.A. was laying down some pepper spray to keep people from grabbing her electronics goods.
That's it. Now I thought. Now I had heard. Wait, she had sprayed somebody else who had the same thing or was trying to get it, right? Or was she macing other people who were trying to get her stuff?
She was macing other people.
They were trying to take her stuff, or she could take other people's stuff.
Well, here's the thing. That this is what's happening is that if you go to a store to get something, that's your stuff, even if you haven't bought it yet. See,
if it's in your cart, like, that's just etiquette. But somehow, you know, you get into the groove of stuff, and it's like, oh, well, if they look away, I'm going to take that Xbox for $50 less.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, so she was spraying to keep people away from the stuff that she was going to get, which in her freaked out little mind was her stuff already, right? So the report goes on to say,
it's on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's on the shelf.
Yeah.
She sprays people.
Get back from my shit!
And they're like, well, what the fuck are you telling me? If it's not in your cart yet,
it's not yours, people.
It's not yours. I mean, technically, it's not yours until you pay for it. But come on, it's not yours unless it's in the cart. That's insanity.
Yeah, it is.
We got a picture of this beautiful lady?
No.
You guys should Google that. I guarantee you she's a prize-winning model.
Yeah. Well, the reporter says that like 14 people were injured. So I'm thinking,
she maced the whole aisle?
Yeah, she maced a whole bunch of people.
She's like busting out with riot spray, you know, got the canisters.
But she injured them with the pepper spray. I didn't know that pepper spray actually injured people. See, this is all
injuries
coming to a head.
Like, ow, my eyes hurt a little bit.
I don't know.
Are we talking like, my kidneys don't work anymore because I'm injured?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, what is an injury? Anything's a freaking injury these days.
Now, see, I was having this discussion on the way down here with somebody on the way over to the street. You know, like, is it what type of law has you broken? I mean, it's a non-lethal. You're spraying somebody with it. It's a non-lethal item, right?
Right.
I mean, is that assault and battery? Like, what would you get charged with on that? Because they're looking for it.
I think
they
that
got
is
the footage. And
well, she turned herself in. She turned herself in.
Yeah.
She's turned herself in. But that's, I don't know, assault with assault and battery. I think I would go with that.
Absolutely.
You know
what? I got to tell you, man. Though some of the deals I heard about, you know, Rock, and I think he's just so ashamed of the fact that they didn't have the television. But he stood in line at Best Buy, right? The Best Buy, which was, that line was like a half a block around the other block and then 2 miles down the road. And they had deals like you know, 42-inch TV for like $200 or something. He stands in this line for 3 hours, and they don't have it.
Does he get a rain check or anything?
No. Nope, nothing. And he's posting up on Facebook. He's like, I got a date at Best Buy. No. Nothing. They don't have it. They don't have it. He's like, 3 hours wasted of my life. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how much you saving? Like apparently it's only like a savings of like 50, 60 bucks.
Well, that's it.
I don't think that's enough to make me go waste 3 hours and potentially not even get my item that I
bet
wanted.
the savings was better than $50 though.
Probably. I mean, and you know, did they have one item? Like, is there a rule? Can you know, how many friggin' items can you have?
I think it would be one item. I think
you gotta have at least one item.
I think so. I think it'd be one item. And now you also touched on something earlier too. Okay, one item is all it takes apparently, also to get your face busted and thrown to the floor. Now this happened to a preacher who actually goes to prisons, spreading the gospel. Just spreading the good news, right?
So he's a hardened veteran of dealing with hard-nosed people.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. He's a grandfather. He's 53 years old. Also, once again, where is this at? In California? I'll look it up. Point is this though, he has a video game or something like that, and he tucks it into his jacket. Just for a second, because people are going, and they're all freaking out.
Well, it's Black Friday. If you don't freak out, you're not participating in the Black Friday events.
So he tucks it into his shirt. The security guard says, "You're stealing it." He says, "No, I'm not stealing it. I just don't want to get roughed up by these other asshole shoppers." And of course, he's a man of the words. They probably didn't say asshole shoppers, right? Well, no. They go all the way with it. They arrest him. First of all, okay, well, you're under arrest. What? No, I'm not.
Now, can you arrest somebody if they haven't actually stolen it yet? Right? I mean, like, if you walk out of the store with the item,
then
you've committed a crime.
Yeah.
Well, if it's merely on you, I suppose they could say that you had an intent to, but I would just say no, like, right? It's garbage. Well, I mean, I think it's garbage.
Yeah. Well, what happens though is he gets thrown to the ground, his face pounded into the ground. A pool of blood. He's lying there for 10 minutes.
52 years old. Pool of blood.
Yeah. He's knocked out, and that's what happened to him. So, like I said, to be honest, I'm scared to go out anywhere in this town, and I don't go out a lot anymore. But I guarantee you this much: I wouldn't go out. And I talked to a lot of people who were out on Black Friday, like the night before at Walmart. They were going around with 5-hour energy drinks. Carts of 5-hour energy drinks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and this poor schlep who was working, she goes, "Just take a bunch. I just want to go home."
All right.
They did.
And then we've got some other fun stuff. We're gonna get on.
Yeah, I guess so. What we want to do is take a break so we can get back to looking at these sponsors.
Absolutely. Take a look. Check it out. See you in a bit.
Have a broken iPhone or iPad? iRepair Devices has got your fix. They're the only ones that come to you to fix your broken iDevice. They do everything from fixing broken screens or just making your iDevice unique by changing the color. These guys have the lowest prices in town and guarantee to get your iDevice fully up and running in just minutes. iRepair Devices has got you covered. Call them at 918-704-5601 or visit the website at iRepairDevices.com.
Every kind of cat, I just want to hug all them, but I can't hug every cat.
All right, what do we cat? This is the Sperming cat.
Okay, so Tim, what you're not able to see is that Tim's watching the cat bed video, which now we're going to have to post a link on TruTulsa too.
Probably a lot of
you probably already seen it.
Probably a lot of people seen it. I didn't see it until today. I was running through this Boogity Boogity, the NASCAR preacher video, and this came up as a link. And I have a 4-year-old girl, and if you show a 4-year-old girl freaking cat video with a Songify, I've heard this at least. Okay, let me think. Yeah, 417 times today.
You were like, I think, 417 times.
Oh! No. It's the same thing over and over. So that's our lead-in music. It's called Songify, and you can get an app.
All right.
And so anything you say, it could be like, okay.
So you can just.
Yeah.
Speaking of say and do, Frosty the Snowman got arrested and bit by a police dog and thrown down and kicked and beaten and also. Anyways, what's okay? So
where did that happen at, Brett?
I have no.
Did that happen in Tulsa?
No, but, oddly enough, it could have.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it didn't. It didn't. Give him the rundown. So we got Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, well, a man in a Frosty the Snowman costume was arrested Saturday, reading to you from the dailymail.co, UK. During the annual Christmas parade in Chestertown, Maryland's Eastern Shore, he's accused of scuffling with police and kicking at a police dog. Sergeant John A. Dick tells the Star Democrat of Easton that 52-year-old Kevin Michael Wash became agitated when a dog-handling officer tried to escort him away from the crowd. Wash told the Associated Press that he has dressed as Frosty for at least 10 years. He said he did nothing wrong, wrongfully arrested. An officer hassled him after he, Walsh, made a joke about the police dog's presence at the parade. And it went downhill from there, and that's all they have on it.
But that's crazy. Like, what's the offense? Walking around in a funny looking costume, like, is that against the law now?
I don't know. It depends on what type of canine unit it was, though, too.
Now was it going up to him? Just assuming maybe I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Dog's Grinch, right? he's trying to steal away the Christmas joy from others.
I guess what I'm wondering is. I think he did. I think he did a good job of it. Good job, cop. But here's the thing. I wonder if maybe the snowman, maybe he had some of that Grinchy green going on. That's.
Do you think he had some Frosty Coke on him?
Something.
Bag of heroin on him or something?
I can see doing a couple lines. If you're that way, doing a couple lines, put on the Frosty outfit, and you're fabulous.
Nothing says Frosty the Snowman like Coke. Holy cow! Yeah. I don't know why would the dog around anyway.
Well, that's it. So of course, and we were talking, and it's like, well, sure, he's gonna kick the dog. You got some freaking German Shepherd. And what's wrong about that? German Shepherd. German. Okay. No, I'm not gonna.
But if the dog's coming up at me, I don't care if I'm in a freaking costume or not. If the dog's coming after me, I'm gonna try and defend myself. Who knows if the dog's just lost its mind suddenly and is trying to eat you to death? Those are big dogs.
Resistance to an unlawful command isn't resistance, and defending yourself is not assault and battery necessarily. Of course, it's all the way the frickin' prosecutor decides he wants to frame the stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's all about the framing.
Now, how guilty of destroying Christmas are you if you frame Frosty the Snowman?
Well, I don't know, but here's the thing. Here's the point I want to get to. Okay, we're gonna talk about this and then go into the Fox News study that shows that people that were paying attention to Fox about a certain issue knew less about the issue than people who weren't watching anything at all. So what we want to do is we're going to talk about the Christmas parade here locally, and then let's talk about why Fox News sucks.
According to a report,
study.
not opinion.
So here's the thing. I've had my blog now for 11 years, and I just rattle off, and I just rant, and I just throw some shit out there, and whatever hits, right? Well, I just wanted to read this because a lot of times I'll write it, and say, you ought to really read that. So here we go. Okay, now this is about the Tulsa Christmas Parade. Schismatic, anti-Semitic, either way, the Tulsa Hills Parade of Lies is a blasphemy brought to you by Satan himself. Yeah, that's the name of my little blog entry. Okay, another tough one on who to root for on this one, Tulsa. On one hand, we have the pathetic herbophiles from downtown who refuse to use the word Christmas in their so-called Parade of Lights. And on the other hand, we have hateful so-called conservatives who are exploiting the blessed name of Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of the Father, to score political points. Now, you outsiders should know that Tulsans are the most divisive, cliquish, tribal, and schismatic group of people in this particularly bitter tribal state, an Indian nation actually, Oklahoma. Tulsans are clubby and committed to their little groups more than any other people on the planet, so it is no surprise that a splinter group would form from this controversy. Tulsans will form a subcommittee at the drop of a hat. So the fact that this schism has happened, it's not new to us. It actually validates our beliefs about the way Tulsa really is and the rubes that really want to run it. All we want, the 99%, is for some diversion to save us from the banality of living in this backwater. That's all we want. So the kerfluffle started a few years ago when it was publicized that the annual Parade of Lights was not a Christmas parade, and that lots of people have ancient rituals and holy days that revolve around the winter solstice. Well, the electric company was the chief sponsor for years, so the idea that it was a parade of lights made sense. Well, someone noticed that the word Christmas was not in the title and demanded it be included, to which the organizers declined, and then Senator Inhofe declined to appear on his trusty horse Trigger. Well, so comes David Arnett. Now, he runs a little blog called TulsaToday.com, and he hates my guts. He really does. He's run hit pieces on me.
Why does he hate your guts?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would hate me. I don't know why anyone would really hate me, but he just absolutely hates me. So here he comes.
So now, what is his opinion on parades called parades of Christmas?
He is using this kerfluffle to create another parade at Tulsa Hills.
Now, do you think people would have a problem? See, because people don't want it to be. There's so many people who either want or don't want it to be called a Christmas parade, so they choose holiday parade.
Right.
Would the argument be more if it were somehow called like a Jewish parade? What if it were? Is it merely being Christian that's something that?
What is the offense? Right. Exactly. What is the offense? And here's the thing: if you have a party, I can call that party anything I freaking want to. It's my party.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is a really tough one to vote for here because again, I mean, I don't know if Hanukkah is not like a really big religious holiday.
Well, it is for some people, but it's not something that typically they have parades for.
No. Right.
Right. So if you want to have a parade, I think the only snag would be if you wanted to have a parade, right, and then it becomes somehow a funded or organized by the city or state deal.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If it was organized by a private entity, man, you call it whatever you want.
Well, there you go. So
you call that holiday Jesus party.
So what this douchebag has done, and this guy from KFAQ, a so-called black conservative, what they're doing is they're going to try to have a competing parade at Tulsa Hills. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that doesn't sit well with me because the people at KFAQ hate me too. And again, why do they hate me? I don't know why they hate me.
Tim,
but they hate me.
Tim, it's the hair. It's feathered and beautiful. That's what it is. That's why they hate you.
They do. They hate me for my looks. It's like the Islamists. They hate us for our freedoms. These guys hate me for our looks. So here's the thing. So I went back to TulsaToday.com and I put in the search word Jesus. 42 instances in 15 years where he's actually used the Lord's name. Christ, 52 instances. Forgiveness, 8. Repentance, 1. Salvation, 15. And most of these times it is...
And you just use them. 1, 2, 3, 4... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly, right there. I mean, I'm sorry. Look, if you're going to be a cultural warrior, do it when it's not convenient. Do it when you don't do shit to sell. Do it when there's opposition to it. Don't do it when it's easy now. You know.
Absolutely.
So these people are all just vicious, ugly cowards. So here we go. So these Tulsans are friendly enough. They will smile in your face with all the good old hometown friendliness of a country pastor. But these people who seek to rule us and tell us what to think, not me, because I'm not telling you what to think, right? Are cowardly, game-playing snakes who look at your sensibilities and cherished beliefs as just so much pocket change to extort by such things as Christmas parades into brewing wicked anti-Semitism, I kind of feel. Maybe a little bit of intolerance. The night of the long knives is every night for these scheming, insecure people. These are the people who want to sell you their Christ. And do you see their flyer for the Parade of Lies? Have you seen it? Have you seen this? No. No, there's no dopey Santa kneeling before Jesus there, folks. No. There's no stupid precious moments, baby faces, and a cartoon crush. Nope. Just unbridled Santianity, the church of commercialism, the sacrament of sentimentalism. They will go to their churches and their civic clubs, but they are just mean people in a crummy little backwater. So, should we buy an entry in the Tulsa Hills Parade via a third party and expose the fraud? We'll talk about that in a few seconds.
Have a broken iPhone or iPad? iRepair Devices has got your fix. They're the only ones that come to you to fix your broken iDevice. They do everything from fixing broken screens or just making your iDevice unique by changing the color. These guys have the lowest prices in town and guarantee to get your iDevice fully up and running in just minutes. iRepair Devices has got you covered. Call them at 918-704-5601 or visit the website at iRepairDevices.com.
And we're back. The story we're discussing, right?
Yeah.
Fox News viewers are apparently 18 points less likely to understand what is really happening with a specific issue. Right now, here's this is not my opinion. It's in Tim's opinion. Right? We didn't do the survey, but we did. We found this thing. So Farley Dickinson University surveyed New Jersey residents who were devout Fox News watchers, right? Asking them if they understood the issues that were happening with the Egypt uprising and the stuff that's going on in the Middle East.
Syria.
Syria specifically, Egypt specifically. And apparently 18 percentage points of them understood the topic less than those who did not either watch the news at all or didn't watch Fox.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, that's what it says. It says 6 points less likely to know that Syrians have not yet overthrown their government, and 18 points less likely to know that Egyptians overthrew their government.
I mean, that was fairly everywhere. I mean, if you're watching national news, you would think that would be something that was just, Anderson Cooper got hit in the head by like a brick because he was like shooting live there.
It was on Barney.
Was it on?
It was on Sesame Street.
I love you, you love me. Let's go overthrow our Egyptian government too.
Well, here's the thing: is that what Fox News has done? What Fox News has done is kind of triangulated. You know, because again, whatever they have done, that's right. You know, it's hot. Now, is it just the legs?
It's just the legs.
See, that's what we were thinking with the green screen of awesome.
It's beautiful blonde women, and perhaps it's not the content. Maybe it's the women are so attractive on Fox that people just stopped listening to the actual content and were staring at the beautiful blonde. There's like 17 women on Fox News that literally could all be twins. Like, I swear they hired the exact same person 30 times.
I miss Lori Dew. I got to tell you, man, me and Lori, we had a date. Yeah.
Now, you know, crazy. So, okay, so speaking of...
Megyn Kelly was a little bit harder, because she's in the afternoon.
Megyn Kelly? Anybody?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the girl in the morning, I'm not a real morning man, so it's really, you know.
Now Jon Stewart blasts her on almost a regular basis.
Lori Dew?
The Fox and Friends blonde girl herself.
Oh, what is her name? Gretchen?
Gretchen Carlson. Gretchen Carlson.
Yeah.
Well, because now I think that she can't possibly be as dumb as occasionally the statements that come out of her mouth. I think that she perhaps is trying to say things either off the cuff and it comes off wrong.
Yeah.
But when played back, really does sound pretty bad.
Well, so this
she's
is
a beauty queen.
So
she's a beauty queen, and honestly,
people have strong feelings. People have strong feelings about the news they watch, and I think maybe that's what Fox has done. Is that Fox says, look, you know, if you don't watch us, I mean, they're kind of like Southern Baptists, or they're kind of sectarian in this. If you don't watch us, then you are being lied to.
Yeah, and
the rest of them, like CNN, they'll just lie to you.
Yeah, or they will portray facts and throw them out there. But they've not done as well of a job. See, the thing that's awesome about Fox has done such a great job of making people feel as though Fox is the only place that delivers the news for them. And they've done such a good job of it that their ratings are higher than everybody's.
But they take it the next level, though. What Fox does that I do not really believe the others do is, if you're not watching it from us, you're being lied to. So in other words, like
it's true. I really haven't seen like NBC. Well, no, I haven't seen CNN. I've seen NBC do it. I haven't seen like CNN or the national NBC, ABC, CBS newses directly go, well, if you're not, these guys, these are the liberal, horrible media, and we're not. I've never heard statements like that made. Not saying they're not, just I've never heard them. But here's the thing. I had a friend of mine, right? Beautiful, nice girl. She was dating this guy for a while.
She could be on Fox News.
She could be on Fox. She's a beautiful blonde. Anyways, and he's wanting to really have this guy. He's wanting to really have this serious discussion about news, and she's not believing the same way. You know, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. I mean, just difference. And he proceeds to just really want to talk about it, telling her things like dumb, stupid, you know, that sort of thing. And then you're like
because she does not watch Fox.
Because she does not watch Fox.
She's now does she say that she has some sort of like a bias against it just because it is Fox?
She feels that it is not that it's biased, and it's not her favor of bias, right? And that's, you know,
fair enough.
I think every single program has a partial bias.
So how did he take
have
this?
A bias on stuff.
So how did he take this?
Right? And he comes back with an approach similar to get a cab, walk home. You know, like
yeah.
How do you go from we're a great couple to what do you mean you don't like Fox News? Walk home.
Walk home.
So you know, I've got to really seriously commend Fox News. Great marketing.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, they just have them wrapped around their little finger.
I mean, imagine if like Best Buy or something like that did such a phenomenal job of that if you didn't shop at Best Buy, well, you're just a loser. Now here's the great thing. We got some fun stuff coming up.
I don't know. I just kept on thinking I never saw Fox News as a cock blocker. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was gonna get laid, and then I found out she watches MSNBC. Okay. You know, I just never saw. I would never have seen that coming up.
Really? I gotta tell you, man, I knew something was wrong with this girl. It's perfect. Every way. Beautiful face, hands,
smart.
Wrong news station.
Wrong news station. Hit the road, girl.
I gotta tell you,
that's
you know,
ridiculous.
I there's got to be people out there watching right now. If I don't watch TruTulsa, if they don't watch TruTulsa, I can't be friends with them. Those people, I understand. Speaking of that, we've got some great stuff coming up.
We got some great stuff coming up. We want to go ahead and take a break, and then we're gonna wrap it up a little bit early tonight, actually.
Wrap it up a little bit. We're going to come back. We're going to tell you what we're going to be working on next week.
And in the meantime, you work on these sponsors, and we're going to fill up our beer glasses.
Have a broken iPhone or iPad? iRepair Devices has got your fix. They're the only ones that come to you to fix your broken iDevice. They do everything from fixing broken screens or just making your iDevice unique by changing the color. These guys have the lowest prices in town and guarantee to get your iDevice fully up and running in just minutes. iRepair Devices has got you covered. Call them at 918-704-5601. or visit the website at iRepairDevices.com.
Welcome back to TruTulsa. Now again, you know, we're not hating on Fox. What we're hating on is dumb fuck people.
Right. We're not even saying Fox views are dumb.
No.
We're just saying that you know, people get brainwashed.
And it is the attitude of it's us versus them, and that's the whole thing. We're seeing it. We're seeing it with cops. We're seeing it locally with the parade.
Yeah.
Where, you know, again, why can't we all just get along?
Absolutely.
Why can't we all just go to Elephant Run and just have some shots on like a Thursday night and take some people and just have a good time?
You know, oddly enough, since you mentioned that, the craziest thing is we're going to start doing some live feeds. That's right, boys and girls. You're going to be able to actually come out, watch us shoot live, take some shots with us. If you want, we'll put you on the camera feed. You get to say hi to your mom and dad or whatever. I don't know, something cool like that. Take some shots with us. But we're gonna start doing some stuff out at the Elephant Run to start it off. Look for that this in December coming up here in the next couple of Sunday shows. We'll see some action on that. Mm-hmm. We'll throw it up on the Facebook and let you guys know what's going on.
And then also, you know, here's the thing. See, I have my blog, website, thetulsan.com. And I've got like event pages, and it's just a big freaky mess, and that's what I like. I want
big freaky messes.
Go to the website.
You're a big freaky mess.
It's just a web. It's just a freaky mess of a website. Okay, it makes my eyes bleed, but I like that. So the point is that I have an events page, but I think what we're going to start doing on TruTulsa is start kind of working a little bit more on the events. What's happening around town? Because again, that's the big rub in Tulsa is that there is nothing to do. And there's
there's stuff to do. Man, I was at this party last night. Man, it was like 50. It was crazy, wall to wall. Speaking of the party, it was hosted by Justin. Now here's the thing. This guy hosts a show called the High Voltage Horror Show. It's Wednesday nights, radio show. Everybody loves him. The guy's got like 1 million downloads of his podcast. Right? And he's wanting us to come do some stuff on his show, and I'm wanting him to come do some stuff on our show. So look for that to be something new coming up.
I'd like to see that.
But that guy, I mean, that guy throws some big stuff, and absolutely.
What do you mean big stuff?
As in the last party he threw before that one was like 400, 500 people, and he had like live bands. You had to park like 7 blocks away from his house and walk in.
Does he need a permit?
No, he just needs neighbors that love him. By the way, if you're watching the show and you're a neighbor of it, thank you for loving him.
yeah, really. Yeah, really. Thank you for being cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, he walked around. He walked around and passed out flyers to all of his neighbors, letting them know we're gonna have a whole bunch of noise, a whole bunch of craziness. We're gonna cut it at this time. If you have any problems, you come talk to me. And I love that somehow got him out of trouble. I don't think people go door to door anymore for something like that. They just assume I don't give a crud.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. That guy is a good enough guy. He cared enough to go around door to door. He didn't just throw a party and assume nobody would care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's that. Why don't we just get along?
Yeah. In terms of networking, real quickly here, at Ron Greco on Twitter is a huge Broncos fan. And
understatement, but yes.
We're taping on Sunday night, so they just got finished with their overtime, okay? And so all the way through it here, as soon as I saw it was close, I got on Twitter. Another huge third down upcoming. We're in trouble, he tweets. Need a turnover so badly and just couldn't get it. And then, yes, with 4 S's, right?
4 S's. That's an extreme yes. That's a yeah, baby!
Yeah. And then he's cheering him on. Come on, Tebow, and come on, Broncos. And then he's whining. Should be a fucking flag. I didn't know you could swear on Twitter, but apparently you can. Then shortly after that,
name's
yes.
Ron Greco, you can.
He goes, yes, Willis, yes. And then 4 in a row, bitches. Fuck you, San Diego. Yes, with 5 exclamations.
5 exclamations. You know what? I don't know if that's classy enough. I think you should say something like, "You stay classy, San Diego."
Well, who won? I'm taking it the Broncos won.
I would take that. I would take, because I think there'd probably be considerably more swearing going on had they not, right?
Oh, if Ron Greco's team had lost, I mean, you would have heard the howl wherever you are.
Oh yeah.
You would have heard the howl.
Dude, seriously, the funniest thing about this guy, right? I love him. He's a great guy. Humongous Broncos, but he'll watch anything sports, man. It'll be water polo. And the guy will be screaming at the TV. I mean, just devoutly and say it could be Yahtzee.
He's passionate about everything.
About sports in general.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, the man lives on the Broncos.
If you're on the Twitter sphere, follow at Ron Greco. We follow him. I don't know if he reciprocates.
Oh yeah.
I think he may. I'm not sure.
You know what? If he doesn't, he will after this.
Yeah, he will. So again, so go to us at TruTulsa.com, and then you can click on the YouTube button, and then you can see all the shows in the past, and then you can click on the Twitter button, and that'll take you to the Twitter feed.
As long as you're drinking and progressively going backward, the shows are amazing.
yeah. Get drunk first, and then start walking back.
At least a shot of commercial break. So by the time you get to where we weren't sure what we were doing, you'll really go, man, this is amazing. Or it's the entire 12 bottles of tequila I've just polished off.
Yeah. Green screen coming up next week. The Wall of Awesome isn't here. We got to get something better for the background. We were talking, and it's like a few times I would say something, or Brett would be saying something kind of funny, and
it just be a nipple, just be like, right, the boob, or you just see like half an elbow.
There was one shot where there's some girl in a bikini and a thong, and she was like doing one of these shots, so you couldn't see her head, you couldn't see her chest.
What's going on behind her?
All you could see were the moon behind her, and it was like perfectly centered over your head.
Oh yeah, man, and the whole thing is hilarious. But we started the Wall of Awesome during Breast Cancer Awareness Week.
Well, that's it.
Because we care and we heart the boobies.
We heart the boobies. I was just gonna say because if you'd known that was gonna be behind you, it would have been so funny to just turn around
at that moment
and just give it a motorboat like that. But we didn't know because it's on the green screen. And
now, if you touch the green screen, it probably screws up the But definitely cool. So look for that. We may post some stuff up on the Facebook and let you guys vote on what you'd like to see behind it.
Do you follow the Facebook? Because see, I follow Twitter.
I am religious on the Facebook, as you guys know. Make sure, hey, when I post up those true stories, If you guys want to comment on them, throw them up there. I pay attention to that stuff. I'll go ahead and comment back to you and shoot you back. I love it. I love it when people are sending me messages about that stuff. You guys are awesome. Keep on board. Keep on face. If you're on the Twitter, get on there. Tim's gonna take care of you. He's gonna follow you. We're gonna look out for you.
Yeah, we'll follow your stuff all day long, and even at night when you don't want us to.
Yeah, we'll be the guys following your stuff. We'll be a nice couch, by the way. Nice new furniture.
Well, with Facebook, yeah.
It sounds so. We'll be standing outside of your window saying things like, "I want to have your babies." Rain, creepy. Anyways,
we're watching you. If you're watching us, I think it's what goes on with Facebook and the Twitter sphere. That's all we're saying.
You want to call it on that note?
Call it. Well, let's see. Who are we calling? Oh, the show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the end of the show.
Is it? We've wasted yet another perfectly good 30 minutes.
That might be copyrighted.
We've wasted yet another amazing, fantastic, spectacular, tubular, tobular.
That's been fun, Brett.
Oh yeah. Take it easy. Have a good night.